Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. As Nigerians are wondering and waiting, what will be their fate as the PEPC decide, the justices decide the fate of Nigerians. Meanwhile, it looks like Nigerians are also doubly wondering what will be the fate of Southwest, or better still, what will be the ways of Western Africa as ECOWAS meet over the issue of Niger. Now, as matters are arising, of course, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the present president of Nigeria, have sent letters to the Senate waiting for approval for closure of all borders. Of course, Niger have already taken a step higher over that matter already. But something unique is happening right now that is causing worries even to the Obiedients family, and that has to do with the former DG, Doyin Okupe. What he said, what he is saying, and what he is doing is bringing cause for concern and is bringing Peter Obi into the picture. The question is why? Now we're going to find out what he is saying that is making Obiedients to go gaga on social media. They're literally calling him out, and it's going to be different, and everyone have taken side literally, and this is just the beginning. But before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you see bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Now, this is coming from Doyin Okupe, the former DG of Labour Party, Dr. Doyin Okupe, who has been totally representing Peter Obi way back then, of course, before handing over a lot of allegations. Now, according to him, he said, "For those who believe me, permit me to share a message I received early this morning from a friend. God has opened a special channel to answer prayers this day." He now went further. He said, "In the period of international conflict, all Nigerians and our political leaders must unite and collectively rise in defense of our sovereign state. It matters not who is the president. Now, the true test of our patriotism is the ability to put aside our domestic differences in times like this and jointly condemn the effrontery and undiplomatic assault from Niger's military adventurers. President Bola Tinubu is fighting for the enthronement of democracy in West Africa." Now, it is a commendable act. This has from time immemorial been the established focus and center point of our foreign policy. We cannot waver now, even in spite of economic challenges. We must rebuke and condemn the demeaning of the Nigerian presidency, especially from countries that we have labored and committed enormous resources to support the welfare and well-being of their citizenry. I am not suggesting we go to war with Niger, but Niger cannot rubbish Nigeria. I, as a patriot, will not take that. We should not be quiet because of internal differences and allow this to happen. Presidents are not permanent. We must all protect that seat, else it is not worth fighting for. I say that again. It's a president are not permanent. We must all protect that seat, else it is not worth fighting for. I did not ask that Nigeria should go to war. I condemn the military leadership in Niger. They disrespected the Nigerian president and demeaned our country by breaking diplomatic relationship with us, despite the fact that we initiated a peace move by sending a high-power delegation consisting of highly globally respected former head of state. They had the audacity to rebuff our peace negotiators and went ahead to break diplomatic relations with Nigeria. Who are these unknown elements, he asked. I have no apology for this position. I've always spoken my mind on all matters of national interest, and freedom of speech allows me to still do so. Fact. I am too old to change that just to please people or friend. I think that again, I'm too old to change that just to please family or friends and people's or friend. That was why I stood out boldly to support Obi against the run of play and against all my friends and political associates in the Southwest. Obi never solicited for my support, neither did he lobby me. I did not ask for a kobo, and I received none. I have never been afraid to take an unpopular position on any matter I believe in. This is who I am. I am sorry if I have displeased anyone by my pronouncement. To me, this is neither an election nor a partisan matter. It is essentially a matter of national interest. I will always stand for and with Nigeria, no matter who is the president. You can only appreciate this with years of statesmanship and political maturity. Patriotism is not dependent on winning or losing elections or power. Neither is it about who is in power at any given point in time. It is an unyielding commitment to protecting the sovereignty and integrity of a nation. Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now let's look at this critically. This is an end of what he said, his speech. His write-up. Let's look at what he said objectively. He's coming from a patriotic point of view. Let's be real. Sentiment aside, soldier go, soldier come, barracks remain. President go, president come, Aso Rock, the seat of power remains. Now this whole rubbishing began, let's be truthful to ourselves, simply because INEC did not conduct free and credible election. While this whole thing is going on, all eyes were on our election. International observers were watching, were listening. They saw how it went down. Let's also be truthful to ourselves. If you watch what the Niger commander, junta military man said, he didn't pick out any other ECOWAS country. It was just Nigeria he picked out. You know, they literally said it straight to our faces, probably simply because they're saying literally, what's the difference? We are doing military coup, they are doing military coup, and in Nigeria are doing civilian coup, electoral coup. What's really the difference? Literally, he didn't say word for word, but that's spilling into our face. And even the Nigerians in Niger country, took time to do a video that's really not commending. It's disheartening, I must say, to say the least. Peter Obi did not say anything about this, and Nigerians are wondering. You can make your speech without necessarily bringing Peter Obi into the picture. Okay, you have freedom of speech. You have made your heart and your intentions and your opinion known, and we respect that. That's patriotism to the highest level. Because let's tell ourselves the truth: we have only one country, and every Nigeria, whether in Nigeria or in diaspora, owe that allegiance to the country of birth, of naturalization, depending where you are, to always protect the integrity of the nation. We owe it to the country Nigeria. But the question is, do our leaders, in all sincerity, the corrupt one, the political class that are very corrupt, do they owe that allegiance? Or they allow their greed, their selfishness and corrupt nature rub us to the mud? It's easier to always pick patriotism when it suits you. And when it doesn't favor you, patriotism is thrown to the mud. Be that as it may, we have only one country. And I must say this in all sincerity, we should protect the sovereignty of the nation. But also, Niger are our brothers. We don't need to do this. We could always dialogue. Look, if you watch the Nigerians in their country, they seem to be super happy that finally military is taking over. So the question is, why are they happy? Maybe there are some things that are going on that we do not know. Why don't we negotiate with them? Obasanjo in his time, something similar happened. All he needed to do was send in a negotiator without first of all shouting toothless bulldog, first of all on press release. And everything was just fine. I pray for wisdom. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and God bless our leaders to take the right decision. We are still brothers, West African brothers, and will remain so as the Lord permits. Let's go wrap it up.